it's kind of neat to see how popular All Tomorrows has become. I mean, it's a pretty good book, all things considered, and, there isn't so many weirdos in... Oh. Oh, well, I'm sure the creator never intended it to be viewed like... Oh. Oh, well, I'm sure no one would actually do it to themselves, right? Okay, in all seriousness, though, All Tomorrows is a pretty good book, and I read it before it became popular, so I was doing it before all of you suckers. But no, it's legitimately a good book, and I highly recommend you actually read it if you haven't, or if you can't be bothered to do that, or you want to get an auditory experience, then just listen to the video that was basically recapping the entire thing. It's pretty good either way. But I do wonder, why did it become so popular? And I know some other people have done some videos on that, like, Altori, I can never say her name right. But, a Fox lady. She did a video on it. But I refuse to watch any of those videos of why it became popular, because I want to give my 2 cents on the matter, why I think it became popular. So I'm going to give it down, and I'm going to do what I do best. Do what other people have done, but hopefully do it better, but not actually succeed in that task. Anyway, my first reason I think it became popular is simply because it's a good book. I mean, it's an interesting read, it has some fascinating concepts, and, well, the artwork is pretty good, and sometimes very, very horrifying. Like, here's some nightmare fuel for you. You want some more? But in all seriousness, it's a really good book, and quality usually has a way of shining out eventually, even if only in small ways. But that doesn't explain why it blew up. I mean, it's kind of weird if you think about the timing involved. Well, I personally believe there are more to it than that. The second reason I believe it became really popular is because the creatures are easy to draw. And what I mean by that is they aren't like a person who has a very clear visual style. When things get off, it's kind of easy to tell. But yeah, they're just human-like enough. It's kind of like the, it's like the Uncanny Valley effect, but it hasn't gone far enough to actually do that yet. You have an excuse of drawing somebody that isn't quite human, but yet is human enough to still have empathy for it in a lot of cases, especially by the time of the Second Empire. Also, the poor colonials, they just went through a mess. But, I think that led to part of becoming popular because anyone who wants to draw them can do it relatively easily, and it's not necessarily a person, but can evoke the same feelings of empathy in a way. However, I do believe... Now, the third reason I think it came out it got so popular was simply because of that video. It's a really well-done video and blew the entire thing out of the water. It was just a really well-made video and did a really good job of blowing up in the community. However, I think there's a fourth reason it became so popular. And honestly, it's kind of sad to think about, but it's true. Notice what became really popular. Sure, there are memes about the Q and the dark humor memes about the colonials and cool artwork about this or that, and the author doesn't actually get as much attention as I thought he would, but I do believe there is a reason why it became so popular, particularly one point of it. The point where all the different human races, or species, or whatever you want to call them, were able to come together and form that galactic empire, before the giant death spheroids ruined everything. Think about what time that would have been. It was a period where everyone was all happy, and despite all the the sense of humanity's differences, they were able to come together. Now you have to think about the climate this came out in. This was post-2020, and when the world in many ways seemed more divided than ever. And I think to a lot of people, it was a feeling that, yes, despite all the horrible things that happen in the real world, or in this fictional world, because All Tomorrows isn't exactly a happy book in any real sense. I mean, it has moments of levity, and there's even a happy message in the end, but it's not a story where everything really ends well. There are horrible monsters that would rival some of our history's worst. Horrible acts done in the name of nothing. It's not a happy-go-lucky book, but yet there are moments of hope in it. Peacefulness, that despite all the bad things that happen, good things can happen in the end. And I think that's what led to it becoming so popular, was because it latched onto a desire in humanity. The simple desire to see a world where, despite all the differences we see in each other, culturally or whatever, we could all come together for something greater. And I think that worked with a lot of people in this day and age. The idea that no matter how bad things got, we could come together as people, as humans, and find peace and solidarity. I can't even say that word right. Solidarity, you know what I'm trying to say. I think that's what led to it becoming so popular. And that's why I believe is the secret reason it became so popular. Now, that's all I really have to say for this thing. Now, once again, it's entirely possible that some other YouTuber has already commented the same thing. But I wanted to give my raw opinion. This isn't me trying to say, oh, this is the real reason. This is why I think it became popular. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it has nothing to do with any of those reasons I gave. But I really do think these reasons, especially the fourth one, are why it became so popular. Was the desire to see a world with peace, where no matter all the differences, we could be together and work together for something greater as humans, despite everything. And even when the sense of man looked more different than they ever could in our world, they still found common ground. And I think that's the real reason it became so popular. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Now I have to go do something real fast. Is this what you humans call a toothbrush? Yep, it's 100% a normal toothbrush. I'm thinking maybe 10 galactic credits for it, maybe you say? Yeah? Hey, why don't you hit that sub button? You're gonna become a subscriber. Get to see my content quicker. Wouldn't that be nice? I bet so.